Good afternoon, Ms. Levias. Did you make sure the children were served a balanced breakfast in the cafeteria this morning?
Mr. Clark, we can barely afford to serve orange juice and toast. What do you expect me to do?
I want you to go down to the mayor and get some grants for those children to eat a good breakfast.
That is not a part of my job description, and I'm giving you my 2-week notice starting right now. I get sick and tired of the stunts you pull on a daily basis, asking the children to sing the school song upon demand, or suffer dire consequences. Who knows, maybe tomorrow, you could ask me to drive to another city to retrieve failing test scores. I'm tired, Mr. Clark. I can't take this anymore.
I cannot believe how selfish you are, Ms. Levias. I have done everything to whip those children into shape, especially my favorite little piglet Sam's. He has come such a long way and still has a ways to go. You should be willing to do any and everything you can do for these precious boys and girls. Kanisha got knocked up, and her poor mother can't even afford a better place to live. Their refrigerator is in the bedroom and the bed is the couch. What do you have to say for yourself, Ms. Levias? Are you still giving up on the futures of these promising youngsters?
How dare you try to shame me into keeping my job? You just need to know that, if you want me to stay, I want the same salary you make. My mother is on my back about the rent I owe. I have a good mind to go to the white school across town and be the vice principal I know I can be. I'm tired of coming to work in fear of my life. Don't you remember that drug-dealing punk-beating kid Ray into a bloody pulp? That could have been one of us. He could have shoved that bullhorn right up your rear and ripped my face off with the switchblade he had stashed in the pocket of his acid-washed jeans.
Do you honestly think I would agree to raise your pay to equal mine? There is only room for one faculty member to be paid as high as the head nigga in charge. I get paid in gas money. You get paid in lunch money. That's the way it should be, do you hear me? I'll tell you what, Ms. Levias, you give yourself some time to think about this, and see if they will have you at the white school. Come back tomorrow, and give me your decision. In the meantime, I have to get those chains off the doors before the fire chief comes for his inspection. I also have to give Mrs. Powers a certificate for the extraordinary work she pulled off on that school song. It brings tears to my eyes to hear those students sing that song.
See, there you go with that song again. All you ever think about is that darn school song. You know what, Mr. Clark? I'm going to stay. I realized while I zoned out on you talking that I would never enjoy myself at the white school. I would feel terrible about leaving the children that I have grown to love. Besides, I was only playing hard to get with you, and I see you have not realized that I want you as bad as Sam's wanted that crack. I'm going to remain at Eastside High, but not for you, for the children. I hope you forget that I spilled my heart out to you, although a small piece of me wants you to take me into the teacher's lounge after hours, and, oh, I've said too much.
Ms. Levias, I knew you had those feelings. Let's go to my Monte Carlo and have the time of our lives.
Oh, Mr. Clark, I'm so happy. Let's go.